So right now we're on the way to the new office that we bought. And when I say we, I always say we. It's my brother and I. My brother and I are in this, real estate brokerage venture together. He's the muscle, I'm the hustle. As you guys, if you didn't know, now you do. We used to own the office next to Point Homes, 11351 James Watt Drive. Christian, show him a picture of Point Homes. Boom. And as we went into 2024 and I was building my new house, I sold that one to Point Homes. And then we had a satellite office over here on La Quinta, which was pretty empty. You know, we had just some of the people that work on the back end of the deals. So we had Esther over there and my mom and stuff. So now we all moved over to La Quinta. While we're in the process, we purchased a new office over here on Zaragoza, which is where we're going right now. It's going to be 1351 North Zaragoza, Unit C, which is twice as big as both of the offices that we already had, close to 4,000 square feet. We're going to have a ton of private offices, conference rooms, a big recording studio, a big bullpen. So that's just going to take the brokerage to the next level in this 2024. As if you go into the MLS, you can tell that we placed number 9 amongst all the brokerages in El Paso. Number 8? Oh shit. Well, this guy's correcting me over here. Number 8 amongst all the brokerages in El Paso. However, we're the only brokerage that's been around. Let's see what Abraham says on a live video. Hello?
Hey, maybe you said
Abraham, just so you know, I'm recording a video, so whatever you say is gonna go on the YouTube channel for this office vlog, okay? What's up?
Well, I just closed $1 million home this morning, and I appreciate all your work and support throughout this deal. We'll see you there, boss. Bye.
That's not like Abraham. If you've seen some of the first episodes of the podcast, we had a segment called "No Mames Abraham," because Abraham really is the definition of an airhead. Really good when it comes to his business.
You sure about that?
So, like I said, we're heading over to 1351 North Zaragoza, Unit C, which is where our new office is going to be. We purchased the shell. Okay, we're waiting on the tenant improvement. Tenant improvement is when people go in there and put up walls, doors, and finish out. They beautify the building. So let's take a look at that.
Hey guys, how are you? Today we are at the new Marek headquarters right off of North Zaragoza. Come on in, let's check out the build.
La Quinta's 1,200 square feet, and then this is 3 times as big as La Quinta, so we can fit 3 La Quintas like this. Okay. As you come in, you're going to have the reception with a conference room with an entrance both on this side and the other side, and then you have your reception with a nice little. We're going to put some furniture there. Over here, we're going to have the recording, like for the podcast, and so you guys can have access to more stuff recording wise. We're going to add another person to our marketing team here in the first quarter, and then we're going to have a bunch of green screens, just different setups here that are not just used for me. But this is going to be like the next, it's what's going to take us to the next level, guys, having a very good recording studio for everyone to use, not just for when I want to use it, but I actually want you guys to use it. I want you guys to be able to use the green screen, and it's not like in my office where I was working and then people were either recording or I had to be in my office, stuff like that. So that's why we're going to do this here. So this recording area is it's down at the bottom, and then we're going to have a bunch of offices on this side and a bunch of offices on the other side with the bullpen in the middle. We are going to add a wall here in the back to kind of make a hallway between the restrooms and the break room and the bullpen area. And then my office is gonna be in the back corner. You have restrooms, cafeteria, Julio's office, and then the other offices. This corner over here with the windows, that's where our conference room is going to be. The reason why we decided to invest in something like this is because we just need the space in order for everyone to work and have their own space. The bullpen, it's not gonna be like this. I'm gonna put some of the long conference tables like all along so we can have like a training room. And then that back wall that we're gonna put on that side back there is going to have like a big LED display. That way we can have trainings in here, we can have speakers in here. I mean, just like when we brought the Andy Elliott thing and you know, he was talking to us, so we have a place, kind of like a home base. I felt like we didn't have a home base because we have the model homes and we have 2 separate offices, and sometimes if we're all there, we wouldn't fit in the office and stuff like that. This is kind of gonna give us that, you know, next step of where we need to go with the brokerage for this year. Just wanted you guys to know that none of this would be possible without a strong team, but this is what keeps us going, guys. The trainings is what keeps us sharp. It's what keeps us with the momentum, guys. You know, a lot of the times people are like, fuck, what do I do? How do I get busy? Sit down with the marketing team and take a look at your plan. And this is the type of mentality that I'm going into 2024. This is what we're doing, guys. We are investing in the future it's for us, right? But it's also for you guys. If you guys are going to notice, once we have a bigger office and a bigger space and you know, bigger everything, you guys are going to feel a little bit more confident as well. Okay, so last year we finished off as the 8th largest brokerage in El Paso. That's considering, thank you Abraham, appreciate it. That's considering we only have about 30 producing agents in comparison to some of these other brokerages that have 200 agents. You know, on top of that, we're the only brokerage that's still a baby, guys. We've been around for about 3 years as far as a brokerage goes. I've been a realtor and in real estate for about 7 years, but as far as the brokerage goes, we've only been around for 3 years. So I think that's a very, very good feat. And it only happens, I believe, with this. I know sometimes it's like, fuck, I gotta go to this training. Fuck, I gotta go to that training. Last time, Julio called me and he's like, hey, I went to this builder and I don't know why those people are sitting there. Like this year, guys, the market is gonna eliminate all of those dumb people. It's gonna kick them out. You guys are gonna see, they're gonna start becoming cell phone salesmen again. Whatever other business they were doing, they're gonna start reverting to that. The market is gonna correct and it's gonna push out the people that suck. It's that simple. So hopefully we have a little decrease in agents here in El Paso. You know, we get rid of maybe 400 or 500 agents and down to 1,500 agents in El Paso. I think we'd be better served as a community of people that do this full time, because there's not a lot of people that do this full time. Only 1,500 out of 1 million here in El Paso. Okay? So I gave you guys some of the leads. Make sure you call them when you leave, guys. And this is money. I know that we talked about some of them being doubles and stuff, but I hadn't even noticed. But yeah, what Christian's saying, some people want, like for instance, over here I have someone that has.
Oh, so it's right. They're inquiring on several properties.
Yeah, they're inquiring on several properties. In regards to completion, guys, we're looking to complete it around April. So hopefully by the end of the first quarter, hopefully we don't go into the summertime. But April is when it's looking like. The plans are with the city right now. They should be coming out on Monday or Tuesday. Once the plans come out, then I start bidding everything and we're ready to roll. Why did Mosa not go to school?
Because I was coughing hard.
So she came to the training instead. Shata, ¿qué piensas de la oficina nueva?
Estoy muy emocionada.
Se te nota la emoción.
Me da mucho gusto ver sus logros, mijo. Como dice la canción. ¿Cómo dice la canción?
No sé. ¿Cuál canción? Pues son muchas.
Verte llegar más lejos que yo.
Alex, ¿cómo te gusta el café?
Juntos, amigo.
La chingada. Get this one, get this one. ¿Qué piensas de la oficina nueva?
I think it's gonna be amazing. Con la dona en la boca, Mario. Ay, Dios.
She's still,
Para que vean que estoy a dieta.
La dieta. What do you think of this huge investment that we are taking on? What do you think is going to be the future for the team? How do you see this playing out in the next 12 months?
Well, this really helps us differentiate ourselves from men to boys or boys to men. And we're just going to grow. I mean, you can only grow as big as your fish tank is. So our fish tank just got a lot bigger.
I like how he put it. I'm gonna cry here. Our fish tank just got a lot bigger. So, why do you think? What do you think this is going to do to the growth of the brokerage?
Well, with anything, I mean, we can only grow as big as our location. I feel that where we were at James Watt, we were already outgrowing it in a sense. So, I mean, you have to take the dive and look for something bigger. What is this? 3,600 plus square feet, and we get to build it to our own specs. So we know what works and what doesn't work. We know what we need and what we don't need.
Yeah. So that's another thing. I felt like with all the ancillary companies that we have at the brokerage, you know, we have the property management company, we have the brokerage side, and then we have several teams that are working within the brokerage. I just feel that we weren't able to better service, and also we're not able to grow either. You know, we can't get other companies going, we can't get other stuff going because we were limited to, like you said, the space we were at. You know, our office over there, the entire office, 1,800 square feet. Now, you know, we're going to 3,600. We're doubling up that size, and we're.
Another thing I also noticed was that James Watt. People would since James Watt is a business park, people would land on the street before or after us, so they would always get lost. Now, when you name drop North Zaragoza, they know this is one of the most popular streets in the city, so it's easy to get here. Easy access to everything, so a lot of people will be able to find us a lot easier. So that's a big plus.
And as an agent as well, you know, just having your office in an area where it's easily accessible to major roads. And not that James Watt was a bad location, because I love that location, right? But here, you go out this way, you have Zaragoza right there, you have all the major, you know, the Far East side over here.
Title companies right here.
Literally across the street. What do you think this is going to do for your personal business as an agent? Because although you're the owner of the brokerage, you're also a producing agent. What do you think that's going to do for your personal production?
Well, for one, I believe I'm going to have a little bit more privacy. So stepping into my office would be a glimpse of stepping into my head and seeing what really needs to get fixed, or how can I amplify my business for the upcoming year. What I really want to do is put a rack of dumbbells in my office, and then just get a little pump, and then start calling people, the people that get things done more than anything. And it's projected to be on that corner.
Correct.
Should be good.
And for those of you that don't know, we also own a piece of land in front of the SAC. So there's another home builder there who we are going to be sharing a wall with, but we have another 2 acres right off the Loop 375. So this is kind of, while we're developing over there, we're going to be building, we bought this office, and then we're going to start developing over there. And over there, I think we are going to be able to have the gym that you were just talking about, a full-size gym, so the agents have access to that. But in the meantime, I mean, that rack, that weights, and
rack,
all that is definitely going to be a good idea. I also think that for the agents here in the bullpen area, they're going to have, like you said, privacy, but us, so we can have the trainings. And actually, if you want to, this way, the plan doesn't actually show it, but what we're going to do, and I think it's like right about here, we're going to do a wall back here. And this is going to be like an entertainment wall with like LCD screens. Yep. And then I noticed this, like with the Andy Elliott Training Center, or wherever they have the Lions Den is what they call it. They have like a stage kind of. Yep. So that's what I want this to be. I want this to be a wall, but I also want this area here to be like a stage, so we can bring speakers to come talk to the agents, so we can bring trainers, so we can have our own training, so we can definitely go, and I know it's a big cliche that a lot of people say. The cliche is going to the next level. if you look at the trajectory of the company, we've been going to the next level. We started off 2023 with about 24, 25 agents. By the end of the year, we were at close to 50 agents.
Yeah.
You know, so we're starting 2024 with we had the yearly purge.
Yeah.
And when I say the purge,
The exodus.
exactly, and it's not necessarily a purge. It's just agents who no longer align with the business plan that we have here.
Yeah.
So in this next year, I think this is going to help us get to the 75, 100 agent mark.
Efficient agents.
Efficient agents, exactly.
Efficient agents. The ones that do want to work, the ones that do want to replicate what we're doing, the ones that want to move 24 units in their first year of real estate. This is going to be the place to be, guys. I mean, what more inspiration do you want? You know?
Exactly. And that's another crazy thing. What more do you want? As agents, as parents, as whatever it could be, you and I could be, instead of, spending.
We could be in Miami, we could be in Cancun right now. But
Exactly. Instead of spending, to kind of put a price on it, I think this is, once it's all said and done, it's going to be a little bit over $1 million. So instead of spending $1 million on this, we could go out there and drive Lamborghinis and buy, 4,000 or 5,000 square foot homes and
shoot the vehicles.
things like that. Shoot the vehicles. Yeah, we check the LT.
Check the Alto. No, I'm just playing. So for reference, guys, we did start in an office the size of this square.
That's true.
Me, Juan Carlos, Hector, and Mario. So if you can imagine 4 gorillas in a room this big, you know how chaotic that was. But
Smelled like a bullfight in
it
there.
smelled like a bullfight in there for sure. But thankfully, we've been blessed. Call it the universe, call it God, but we've
Yeah.
been blessed, and this is where we are.
Another thing I want to show you, and I want to kind of point out, is going to be, and what Christian's going to do, he's going to pop up the floor plan on the screen so everybody can see it. But if we look at this corner over here, we're going to have a big recording studio now. So previously, where we were recording our podcast and videos and like the football ones that you did and all that,
Yeah.
it was in an office that we turned into a recording studio, but we couldn't always record because sometimes we needed the office. But in this case, we're turning this entire corner of the office, which is kind of like right here, into a recording studio. So this is going to be a recording studio, not just for you and I, but it's going to be for all of the agents to use. We're going to add more people to the marketing and media team, and we're going to turn this into a big recording studio so everybody has that access, because they talk about 2024 marketing is king, and exposure.
But not only that, so when they interview a brokerage, it's like, well, what are you going to do for me? What's in it for me? Well, here you have green screen. Here you have access to our media team. You have access to everything. The other day on the thread, I said, here's a video, copy paste. It doesn't get much easier than that. So if you're a new agent and you're like, oh, well, what do I do? What do I post? How do I get more clients? All you have to do is be on the Marek thread, get the media that we post there for free, which is for the masses, copy and paste onto your social platforms, and then it takes off from there. So it does not get easier than that. Aside from me grabbing your phone, clicking your finger to copy and paste on your page, it doesn't get easier than that.
No. I can't, I don't think I can portray the excitement that I have, that my brother and I have with this new office. I can't wait for plans to be developed and for us to just get in here and start tearing up. Well, there's nothing to tear up, so this is going to be a beauty. Usually what we do with the projects is we go in there, we tear up walls, we tear up carpet, and then we make it, we beautify. But in this case, we're just going to be putting up partitions, putting up glass. I can't wait. The tenant improvement, we'll keep you guys posted on what we're doing, maybe on a weekly or bi-weekly basis as it continues to go. So you guys can see the headaches that we're going to go through with getting plans approved, with working with subs, with all of that. So when people say, oh, well, I don't think agents do enough, we're going to show you that we do more than enough in the next couple of months. This is hopefully, we're sitting here on the 19th of January, and we're hoping to have this by the end of Q1. Maybe it's going to go into the first month of Q2, so we can, just continue thriving. Julio, do you have anything else for?
No, not at
El
all,
Paso?
man. I mean, thank you, El Paso. You've been really good to us. I just hope that we've been really good to you. And sky's the limit, guys.